little bit early. Now we are live. It's only 7:09, but sometimes I just have to be a little bit early.
And they say stoners
Hi. Huh?
are behind or late or lazy. Come on, man, we're on ahead of schedule.
Yeah. I was on time for yoga today. I'm never on time for yoga, and I mean never. And it's not because I don't plan. I actually do plan, but for some reason I sit and I do a wake and bake, and I look and go, oh, I got 10 minutes. I got and then I get up and go, but I'm not completely ready. I got to spend another 3 or 4 minutes getting my shit together. And can you guys hear us on? I gotta bring up the chat because I just got a late message from Dan saying, "Let's go." Let me see.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we're going. Jesus, we're going, Dan. Can you see us?
Ron.
Another, yes, thank you, old fart. Like the name, too. Another old fart. I wonder who the other one is. Anyway, yeah, so I'm perpetually late for my yoga, but for some reason today I was 2 minutes early, actually, 2. And everybody said, look who's early. Look who's early. I said, no, I'm on time. I'm on time. And then the yoga teacher come in and she goes, oh, look who's early. That's just like, son of a bitch. I'll take it. They all expect me to be late, but today I'm an early bird.
Hey, I just got a message saying that the link I sent out on an Instagram post does not work. So just go to Growing Femmes on YouTube, guys, if you see my link and that doesn't work.
Oh, no.
They
Yeah,
told you I'm not
Growing
techie.
Femmes.
I tried, Blue. I fucking tried.
Do you know why I have no advertising for this show? Is because I am who I am, and every week I need to put out some IG shorts and the whole 9 yards. No. I know people that put those things out just breathing. That's not me. That is not me. But that's okay. I feel like this is just an extension of my Discord family grouping, and I enjoy coming on here and talking. And today we're talking about being grateful and our gratitudes. First, I want to talk about our grows and the weeds that we're smoking, and I got to doing stuff before the show, so I haven't got my stuff out yet. But what are you smoking on today, G-Bag?
I've been on a whole bunch of stuff. Generally, right now, I'm on table scraps because I'm harvesting. There's harvest everywhere, so I'm just like, oh look, a cannabis bud. Let's smoke that. But I've also been cycling through some hash. Some of the hash I made over the last years, it's just been sitting, and this stuff has gotten really, really oily. Like you can see the texture on that.
Oh my God! Yeah, it looks like tar.
Oh, it is. That's
that tar, Canadian
that's from
style.
This cut of last year. This hash was made from this plant, but last.
And what is that? What is that plant?
That's the garlic cookies from the Good Weed Company.
The Good Weed Company. Hoot hoot! Our first shout out of gratitude. The Good Weed Company.
Oh yes, those folks over there. Oh my! Can I take 5 and just tell the story of how I met those people?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so it was actually through Miranda. Back, I don't know when she was on the show or if not or whatever, but some bath bomb talk was happening or something, and I wanted to get some for my partner at the time. I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, she'd really enjoy these. So I'm talking, and I get a hold of this lady. Hey, how do I get to your market? Blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. Contact me directly. I'll get you all hooked up. Boom. That's how it started. And then this little friendship started
with
between
this
me
lady
and her and Dumbler. And we really enjoy your outdoor grows. Would you be interested in any of our cuts? I'm like, well, friggin' yeah. Like, let's check them out. And the stuff they sent me is ridiculous. And I've had it in my garden for 3 years now. The garlic cookies, the Mendo breath, the wedding cake. It's all gone now, other than the hams at what Dumbler bred the animal cookies times the garlic cookies.
Yeah.
And they're just so darn nice, those people. I am super grateful for meeting those people and just those type of people in general. Genuine, caring, to the point of like, you would almost think like, hey, like don't be intrusive or anything, but they just care so much. They want to make sure your day is going well, that you're not stressing over dumb shit. Like, I love it because Kitty's like, I'm sorry for bothering you. And I'm like, girl, You are not bothering me. You told me to just
Yeah,
unclench
she
my
is.
shoulders.
She
I've been
is.
sitting here
She's
all day like this, and you just text me, unclench your shoulders. And I'm like, fuck, thank you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
thanks.
She is golden. Our friend that we're talking about, she's been on our previous episode with the birds. Kitty Bad Kitty, shout out, woot woot. And she is she's younger than me. She's younger. Oh, she might be about G-Bay's age.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think we're the
she
same.
must be about an age. And she is. She checks on everybody. She's the heart of the place for us. She
Oh.
is definitely the heart. She will listen to everybody, and she doesn't always agree with everybody. We've had long talks about this even today, but she is one of the best listeners that I know. And
One of
if
the
you can
healthiest
find
friends
somebody, yes,
got.
yes, a very healthy friendship to have. Somebody to bounce if you're feeling like maybe you're thinking wrongly, or you've been hurt by something else, and you bounce those ideas off of Kitty. She'll give you clarity and listen to you talk, or if you just want to talk, she'll just listen. And yeah, we love you, Kitty. We want to say that. But that was, I remember her talking about those bath bombs, and those are wonderful.
Yeah,
Just
it's
wonderful.
awesome to put those together again.
She's actually was talking about making the bath bombs, just making bath bombs, because I believe they were medicated last time. She's even talking to her and her mom about making the unmedicated ones because they fucking so enjoy making them.
Yeah.
And yeah, hey, and that's a thing. We go to our cannabis events, and there's a lot of non-cannabis product there. Red Setter Farm and their thing sell a lot of non-cannabis products. There's a lot of artwork, things like bath bombs. Madam Euphoria, she's gone in there. She does a lot of needlework, a lot of what do we call it, fiber art. Anything Grows was doing fiber art and bringing it and having it at different places. And it's Everyday Mary Jane also fiber art and fashion, and it doesn't necessarily. I mean, there is a little side cannabis stuff at the booths too. I'm not going to lie about that. But yeah, it's nice to be able to go to basically a art fair in a lot of ways when you go to the cannabis events around here. So shout out to all of those people too.
Hell yeah. Now that I'm G-Bay Gone International now with the passport and all, I'll be coming down for some Michigan events for sure. That was my
that would be great.
When I really was going through to get this passport thing, was to be able to get south of the border and hit up some of these events that most of my cannabis family's online, right? A lot of you guys are from Michigan, and well, down the East Coast. So, I already did one trip down to New York and then into Illinois and such, but yeah, that ain't over. We're going to be doing that again.
Hey, I've never been to New York, so you've been someplace I've never been.
Hell yeah, there you go. It was beautiful, man. I can't wait to do it again. I got to get a different bike, though. The bike I currently own is not, I'm grateful for it, but it's not user-friendly
for
long
traveling.
trips. But, yeah, it just makes me tough.
Or hey, how about this? An all-around the body vehicle that you can like store shit in and bring shit back, and that might be good too.
Yeah.
If
travel
it
more
rains, you don't have to look for an overpass to pull under.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you run into any rain on your trip when you were going down or
sprinkles
coming
and stuff? Enough. My rain suit was enough for it, right?
Okay.
A gold wing.
That's cool.
No, that's a little too much there, Thunder Dan. Seeing Thunder Dan out there though, the whole group of boys, man. Thunder Dan, Kingfisher, Hoobie, Lobster. I don't want to forget anybody. Adam, Doc, Raider. It goes into the other groups, Caribou and damn Bees from back in the day.
Yeah,
the whole
it crosses over.
gamut of these guys and gals like Blue. I'm so grateful for, because I've been going through some changes personally the last little while, and you guys have stepped up to the point of like saving my life. I was in some bad spots for a bit, and yeah, I don't really have in the flesh friends anymore. They were my drinking buddies, so they kind of all went away when I dropped the drink. And since I've done that, I've done a full transformation as a man. I don't think the way I used to. I don't act the way I used to. I don't chase the things that I used to find pleasure in. A couple things, not all. and for the better of it. And
Yeah, there's some things you don't want to give up
it's
all
something
all
never
your
change,
youth's
right?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
But what I'm
motocross
getting,
and shit like that.
what I'm getting at is that you guys as a family, um, the whole cannabis community that I'm involved in, I'm sure there's other little sections and little groups and cliques and all that stuff, but the one we have here, guys, like wow, man, like we're gonna show you something later, and you're gonna see exactly how I feel about the situation. I'm getting choked up right now, actually, but yeah.
Don't do that, not yet.
Hold on. Let's hit this pipe quick.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
But it's big time for me, man. It's yeah, this ain't no joke. The winner of the cup was this ain't. Okay.
Yeah. The winner of the cup we had was the strain No Joke. So thank you, Dad Joker.
Yeah. Well,
you
fuck
very
from the
much.
40s now, man. That's what I do.
Well, it's not a bad thing to
I don't
do
have the
for
white
us.
New
Hey.
Balance yet.
Oh, damn.
But to the
Well,
down south boys, I did find some like Canadian version of the Hey Dudes. So like we do got
there you go.
yeah. They're not Hey Dudes, they look like.
Well, I thought I
just
didn't
getting
have
close.
anything here to smoke, but I actually did have some up here, which I identified by sniffing it, which, with my as nose dead as I am, to say that I identified anything by sniffing on a bud that was sitting up here, that's saying a lot, because it's, I think we're at like
Oh,
40-some% in here, so that's dried out. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but it is dried out. But the strain that's got me a little bit messed up is Rose of the Golden Girls, and it's from Irie Genetics. And this is where I have to do my shout out of gratitude, and that's to Ross, to Jeff. He had made the Golden Girls ostensibly for the DGC as something at the DGC that was different from everybody else's stuff. And so he did the 4 Golden Girls, and I was in the Discord enough that I saw him planning out the names, and I saw the dude that was made the design, the package, and the whole, so I was in on it, and he teased me I'd be the 5th Golden Girl, and I was like, don't you dare, don't you dare. But yeah, there was a couple things, because they said, yeah, me sitting here like I do, because I sit here with my leg crossed and then my hands like this. That's kind of how the just like this, the bus shot at the Golden Girls, each and every one of them. I was like, no, it's true. I do kind of look, no, I'm not a Golden Girl. But he sent those seeds to me early because I wanted to get them popped before I went to the DGC. DGC is the first weekend in June, and that's when we're putting our plants out. That's not when I wanted to start popping plants. That's when everything got popped this year, just about, by the way. After that. Anyway, yeah, so he sent me free of charge because he was charging some money for them. They're worth money, a lot of money, I think. But he sent me the Golden Girls way early so I could get them started. And I did get them started, and then I killed them. And then I started them again. But the Rose is, I want to get this right because I always fuck it up. Red Lebanese Hash Plant by Golden Goat. In fact, all 4 of the Golden Girls are something by Golden Goat. But I gotta say that I've got 2 of the roses that I brought in, and so they're different phenos. So maybe the same ones, are pretty close. They look very much alike, but this particular one that I've smoked on first knocked my boots off. It's really, really good. Put me to sleep a couple times because I did it too late in the night. But that's what I'm smoking tonight. And so shout out to Jeff at Irie Genetics because he did a good one on that one. Rose is a very nice strain.
Nice. Yeah, another thing I'm grateful for is the help I've received so far with the harvest. You know who you are, and I thank you very much for helping with the harvest and other things. Being my buddy lately, really helping me through what I'm dealing with and shit. Crazy Pop Mom came through the one weekend. That was awesome. She's a fucking trimming machine. She got a few bins done for me. So
excellent.
yeah, right. I've been slacking. I've been kind of not doing my share. Um, I've got some done, but not as much as I could have. I'm going to be doing tonight, folks. If you guys want to continue this hangout session after we're done here, I believe I'm going to fire up not generally a Friday night shit show, but kind of Friday night trim show is what we're going to be doing. So
Okay.
I'm just because I'm going to be here hanging out snipping weed anyways. I figured fucking might as well give a space for the community to come and hit the dab rock every once in a while and hang out. And
Exactly.
I know this community healed me when I was coming off the drink. I was shedding 20 years of not addiction, but just what would you even call that? Like repetitive action that just becomes a fucking horrible thing to be doing every weekend. Like just the way it was, the drinking culture in North America generally, not just Canada, but in the States as well. You're forced to kind of do shots at like 16 years old almost at parties and shit. It just becomes kind of a thing. And yeah, it became a thing for me. Holy fuck, did it ever. I ended up crashing a truck. Like glad I didn't hurt anybody physically. I definitely hurt people by just being just existing in the fashion that I was doing it. The actions speak loud and clear today, where I'm sitting at today and how my life is. So yeah, holy shit! If you guys need a safe space to be, man, on a Friday night, that Caribou chat room fucking saved this old boy's life, man. And I've heard from a few other community members that watched me come down off that shit. Has given them the motivation to do so, and holy fuck, does that feel good. I'm grateful for that. For people giving you the return, the little bit of full circle. I really dedicated a lot of time and energy to put that fucking beer down, because it wasn't easy. I had to literally chop parts of my life out that were there the whole time.
Yeah.
Right?
It was a big habitual part of your life.
Holy fuck, was it ever? I don't go to my buddy Jay's shop every Friday night now. I love going to Jay's shop on Friday nights, man. We'd throw food on top of his fucking wood stove, and we drink about 20 beers each and get silly and fuck whatever, right? But it was not healthy for me. I wasn't paying attention to my family. I had other priorities that were getting pushed to the side because of it. So I'm super grateful for being in the position and mindset I am today. I wasn't here even 60 days ago. I wasn't in the position I'm in today. When you have,
let's be clear, you were not drinking 60 days ago, but you had something else.
No, we're changing subjects a little bit here. I'm jumping.
Yeah, yeah, I'll help you on that.
I haven't drank in about 4 years. Good, 3 solid, 4 probably get on the tail end of that.
Shout out for that. Shout out to you. Gratitude.
Yeah, I've had a beer
to you
here and there.
Finding
People
yourself.
tell me about it, so I just.
Yeah, and I will say I have seen you drink an occasional beer, and it scares me, but you have to also remember, from my perspective, is my history in my family and my husband. He died of complications of alcoholism.
A guy like me.
So I have a much different look at it than some other people might. So, but it scares me when I see that, and I'm so glad that you decided to not do that too much anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't even really like. It's gone to the point where like a beer taste to me is kind of off. It's like. And I've gotten a drunk buzz once or twice in the last few years, and as soon as it hits, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then I stop.
So
good. I think I'm there where I can do it, but I have no desire to. So it's just not even a concern of mine. So I'm grateful for that, too. I'm grateful that my body has
rejected it.
Yeah, no desire to do that.
There's a lot of reformed alcoholics that cannot get up in the morning and not think about alcohol, or go think about it all day, and it's a fight all day. And God love you all for that are doing it. Bless you for doing it, because man, the
I'm here for you. If anyone's trying to
scary.
Quit, if you're trying to quit drinking, man, you just want to talk to somebody, get a hold of me. I'll tell you all about it, man. I'll talk to you. But I've done some crazy shit in my life, man. Real crazy shit. So if you're doing crazy shit and you don't want to anymore, you want to talk to someone about it, get a hold of me. Because I'd love to see people come out of that party lifestyle. Because now I'm just an old dude with houseplants and shit. And it's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? I made a kale smoothie the other week, man. Kale I grew.
Oh, jeez.
It was fucking disgusting.
It was disgusting. But you
You
did
make
it.
a
You
joke.
tried it.
We make a joke because I was drinking it and choking it down, and then the coffee cup slipped and fell and smashed that I was using, and my daughter was like, "See, even the cup was like over it."
Even the cup didn't want that shit.
I jumped to its death.
If that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dr. Dan.
the only kale I like is JJ Kale. And that's all I can say about that.
Oh,
But if
Jay
you could-
Patrick. Yep, that was me. That used to be me, Jay. If you would have met me 10 years ago, I would have been breathing booze up all on your cheek and shit, telling you about my dirt bikes and stuff. How fast I was.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I look back and I'm like, I don't misunderstand why I'm here where I am today. I was not an ideal person for most situations. I was kind of a wild man, yeah, that won't last in any situation unless you're just alone. So, I get where I'm at now. So, and it's I'm feeling good about it though, because I have all you guys here to help me along and keep my head straight.
Yeah, we have a fabulous community. And I've been asked why I don't promote this show more and put it out there a little more and work at it a little more. It's because this is for you guys, and if I get a lot of people on here, great. If it's just you guys, great. If it's just me and two people out there, or just me and one person out there, okay, I'm still gonna do it. I just enjoy doing this, and I enjoy seeing you guys come out, and I enjoy reading the stuff in the chat. It's a good start to my Friday, and I want to touch base. I'm going to develop a little more and talk about news in the cannabis world as, to start the show as I go along. But for right now, I'm just trying to get my freaking harvest all finished up. It's almost done. I swear to God, it is completely cured. It's completely dried. Most of it's completely cured. The rose isn't even completely cured, and she's still a beauty, which I'm going to light up right now.
I feel your pain, Lucas.
Oh, but you got easily four times as
Just
much. Maybe more.
I only have one plant left. This is pretend. I have one autoflower to trim. That's it.
All right, sure. And those
Just
are so-
over and
so
over
easy.
repeated. Oh shit. Yeah, it's a little bit much, but you know what? I'm fucking doing it, and this is another thing I'm grateful for. Is I have grit. And I love that I have it because, every once in a while I go to quit something, and I'll quit it because it's maybe dumb and I'm not behind it. But every once in a while I push through some shit, and I'm like, God damn, look what I just did. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel on this one, man. Not really, but I know it's there. So I'm doing it. I got a fucking 10-pound harvest that I'm going to get through with me and a couple other scissors. So I need the motivation, folks. But it's, oh, fuck, yeah. It takes a bit to deal with, especially when you're not 100%. Your battery's not running 100%. But, yeah. When you get the community together and they support you and they keep you going.
I got to agree. That's true, Hillbilly. I used to drink along with my husband. When I met my husband, I was learning how to shoot pool. I was getting pretty good at it, and he was really good at it. So we basically had a courtship shooting pool. He took me under his wing and other things, and taught me how to shoot pool, and taught me the finer strokes, as it were. God, this isn't getting any better. Anyway, where's their pool table? Not at my house. Not at his house. At the bar. So where do you have to go to shoot pool? At the bar. I spent just about every night of my single life at the bar shooting pool and drinking. And I abused the hell out of alcohol. Don't get me wrong, I really did. But my husband was also a professional alcoholic. Boy, he could only beer. Occasionally Jim Beam, but he'd get me in on Jim. But hell of a way to go on shitty American beer, I gotta tell you. So after he passed, I had quit drinking long before he died. My daughter was a baby. Before she was a baby, I had stopped. And just drank Coke at the bar, still shooting pool though. And it just became intolerance of being around drunken behavior because it was such a problem at my house that everything's not funny. Some things are serious. Take some things fucking serious was kind of how life was with me. Just fucking, can you take this thing serious here?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in a party family. Like my dad was in a rock band, and my mom was his little groupie, and she partied hardy, and he didn't so much. He was a smoker with his buddies and stuff. But like I grew up where it was okay to go to literal biker parties in farmers' fields at 15 years of age.
Yeah, field parties we called those.
Yeah, like at 15, 16, I was going backstage of biker parties and getting pissed up on beer and hash. So now that I'm 43, there's some transitions I'm making pretty fucking late in my life. And I've hurt a lot of people along the way, unknowingly. So it's not like I'm a bad guy and I was like, fuck you and your life. But it's like, just by me having fun and carrying on all that way, it caused some damage, right? So being grateful that I'm the new man I am today. Like I missed the boat by about 10, 15 years, honestly, but I'm just glad I got there. I know guys in their 60s or so that just have never snapped out of it. They just kind of lead this ragtag lifestyle of fucking shirt in the wind kind of thing. And I'm like, I could have been that guy. I could have been down that path. So I'm super grateful that I've got a head on my shoulders, and I'm trying to do the right things right now and make all the right decisions moving forward.
According to Jay Patrick, your dad is cool as fuck.
Yo, my dad is cool shit, man. He's all right, man. Me and him don't see eye to eye as much as I'd like, but we have no animosities. We get along just fine. He's pretty cool, man. You get him rocking his guitar and smoking some hash, and you get some pretty cool stuff out of him. And speaking of that, like, yeah, guys, get on it. Let's, I'm so grateful for this damn community. I want to do more. Booth camp was awesome. I had the idea of like a little Boofers Christmas. So if any of you boys in Ontario and girls want to get together, maybe just a dozen or so of us, have a big turkey dinner at my place, I'm down. I'm just throwing it out there into the universe. You guys deal with it, send it back at all. If it hits me at all again, we'll plan this and make it happen. I want to see y'all again before next summer. So make that happen.
I will say this is we don't need to just do once a year booth camp meetups, and we don't do just the boys down south have smaller get-togethers because they're within proximity and can do it, and there's usually an event or something. There was just an event down there in, I think, Virginia, and don't jump on me for not knowing. If somebody could put the name of that in the chat. I believe that they were just down there for that, and yeah, a half dozen of them get together on the just on the regular because they are within close enough proximity to do that. Same thing with Michigan. We've got people within proximity, and it's nice to be able to get together. I'm going to have an event in my backyard here in the middle of December for the outdoor organic growers. We got collections going on in the next couple weeks. I got to decide which one to put in, but I got to be not to go drifting off. I got to be honest. I don't think I grew a lot of really good weed this year. I really did, but so did everybody fucking else that's around me.
I like it when you're sitting there and you're smoking some of your new stuff, and you're like, ooh. That's a little dank.
That's nice. I like that. What is it? What is it I'm tasting?
You're gonna have to come down to Michigan, have a
weed. And but I'll guarantee you that like Smiley's Gardens and all them guys down that way, they are growing. They had the same wonderful season that I had. A little bit of rain, not any rain in October, which is the critical month of not getting rain. September, October, we were dry as a bone here, and that is saying a lot. The last year when I put my weed in, I mean, my weed was good, don't get me wrong, but because it got rained on a lot, it did not have beautiful color. It's just outdoor weed that gets rained on. If it goes any kind of length, it's kind of not brown, but kind of a greenish. And it doesn't look like beautiful weed. You gotta go, is that got trichomes? Oh yeah, it's got trichomes. Good weed, but it's not pretty. Not pretty weed. But when I brought my sample in and I saw those sample jars all next to each other of all the outdoor grown stuff, all the organic, sun grown, and I'm going, look, that shit looks just like all of mine. It's because the fucking rain got on them in the last months, but we didn't have that rain this time. So,
Nope.
so there's maybe some pretty weeds in this competition, and
Yeah. I got November
I think I'll
buds.
go in it. Yeah, I'll go in it to just go in it, but I even though I know my weed is good, I don't hold out winning just because I know their weed is good too. I already know.
Yeah, I've been
Still,
dealing with the harvest so much that I haven't been able to actually harvest everything. So there's still, I probably have a pound of weed outside.
oh
Easy.
my god.
It's
Is
great
it-
because none of it's rotting yet. I don't know if it's
See now, I would be asking, is it turning black, or are you getting kind of a sartorial look to any of it,
It's
or
dark. It's dark purpley black. Yeah, but it's not. We don't have any.
the inside, the interior buds off the leaves are still looking like a normal?
I'm gonna have to
You
take it
getting
down
any-
this weekend just because.
As I
It's
say,
going.
you must be getting some freezing temperatures that's going to kill it soon.
Yeah, exactly. So might as well grab it because it's there, right? And I still have a whole bunch to fucking process. But the faster I get that through, I can move more through. And let's get back to the topic of the show. Grateful. I had a banger of a year outside, even though I had a scare and I was like, the fucking storm took my crop. The storm didn't do shit to the crop, man. The crop laughed at that storm.
Yeah,
I
they
cried about
it.
The crop was like, whatever, branch smanch, fucking watch this. And I was able to pull many, many pounds out of that backyard this year. So fucking yeah, Mother Nature, thank you so much. Because I didn't put much into it. I was fucked up this summer. So I really wasn't concentrating on the garden too much.
I will say this about plants, outdoor plants especially, organic outdoor plants especially. On top of that, once you get them in the ground with their charged little asses, and let them go and have the sun do their thing, they will fucking grow themselves. You
Yeah, they don't need
have
much
to do
till the
much.
late season.
Even if you get a pest, a lot of times you'll also get the anti-pests coming in behind them, eating them up if you're lucky. So this is what I do. Oh, I got aphids. Oh, look, I got lacewings and ladybugs too.
Yeah, perfect.
It's yeah. I had 3 plants growing out outside. One of them is a kick-ass plant. It's a strawberry. I know it came off of my strawberry blonde because it tastes just like the strawberry blonde, and it's fucking good. It's fucking good. It's just like, and it had 2.5 hours of sun every day. 2.5. You guys with the lights and shit.
That plant
2.5,
wanted
and
to
the rest
grow.
was 3 of them. There's 3 of them out there. One of them was just a little pune, and it didn't make it in, but the other 2 did. But the other one was taller than my deck. A lot of internodes were pretty big, and yeah, there wasn't even a lot of shit. And I didn't feed it. Fed it nothing. Watered it once. And that's because I was dumping my dog's water dish out. I dumped it out there instead of in the sink. It's been dry.
Uncle Simon.
There you go. So I will say they will grow despite you, not because of you.
Sorry, my dogs just vacated the room at a very fast rate.
I mean,
Parents
like
home.
somebody showed up. Yeah, somebody's
Mom
home.
and Dad are here.
Yeah, and did you want to touch on that at all? That you've had a change in living situation and you're making that adjustment right
Super
now?
grateful for that. My parents, man, they, I've had a change in situation. I'm a single man now. So with home ownership, shit was changed around. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Ended up moving my parents in. At first, I was like, ah, goddamn. But hey, it's working out, man. Yeah, my mom's really, mom. So she's taking care of me. She's getting all my bills in order because they weren't in order at all. So she's helping with that big time. My old man, cool as shit to hang around with. He's helping empty the trim bins. He doesn't work them at all, but he'll take the product of them. So that's all right. And I'm just, it's full circle. I wouldn't mind being able to provide for my parents for the rest of their lives now. Keep them with me and whatnot, right? So it's going to make my family bond so much better. It's been very distant for a while because just busy growing up. I had a young family and a wife, and we had moved around a bunch and just doing young family husband wifey stuff. And
I got to just interject right here, G-Bay. We also have another mutual friend, which a lot of you know who it is. I'm not going to bring that up again. But also same living situation where they brought their parents into their home. They live upstairs, the parents do. And the people, the homeowners, live downstairs in their own living area. And that's similar to what you've got going on too, right, G-Bay? And they share a kitchen. They don't have an extra kitchen or anything, but just the socially where because nobody wants to live with their parents 24/7. But it's nice to know that if they fall upstairs, you're going to go up there and find them before too long, or you might actually hear them freaking fall, or maybe somebody's one of the kids have to be picked up at school, but you're at work. Well, mom is there because they live with mom or grandma too. And so grandma can go get him, or grandpa can go get him. And
hell yeah, it's gonna benefit big time.
exactly. And you basically, when you have a 3-generation home like that, you take out all of the exterior caregiving that you would have normally because of, it's a busy world that we all live in, and you can't always coordinate. So you take a lot of, and it's good for the kids too growing up because it's a stability that they see with the 3 generations sitting right there.
Get to see all the love for me and my parents, right? So that's good.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Household's going to shift a bit. We're going to change it up.
Oh, I know what I did. Looking for the joint I lit, and I couldn't find it because I went and got a pop to drink. But
the mid's mask.
I'm grateful I still have the stone from the 1980s. Grateful as hell. I never, ever, ever roll with a filter, ever. But I always have a stone. And that's a long time for me to have anything. I've got this and my power header, which some people say is worth a lot of money, but I don't think it is because I've seen power headers, but that one does have its copyright date and stuff, so it's definitely from the 1970s. And you know what? The rubber is still supple on it. It's really crazy. Supple rubber.
I want to say hey to Clay there. His energy, man. I had a hoot watching him and Dan be like little fucking schoolboys down at boot camp. They were giggling, fucking around, causing. I don't know if they were pranking people and fucking around all day or what they were up to, but they were just laughing and shit and having a good time. And their energy is great. Like when I quit the drinking, I lost all my buddies basically because all they do is drink in their spare time. So I lost all that, the fucking around with the boys kind of thing. So to see it happening, with new friendships, gave me a lot of hope to just, start new friendships and have a lot of fun out there with new people. And yeah, man, grateful for all these friendships because I don't do any. I work a lot and I'm a busy guy, so like I'm either online in Discord or on a YouTube show, or I'm working. So you guys are all my turn 2 people, man, and you're doing a fucking stellar job. I haven't met many I don't like. Like there's a few people that I've had to block or move past or whatever, right? Or like shit that's gotten awkward with certain situations. But all in all, I'm fucking so happy to have all you people in my life because we're all on a common thread here. Where out in reality, out my front door, most people I meet aren't in line with my values or my hobbies or anything, really. They're just random people I'm meeting that, whatever. A lot of my old friendships had to go, even maybe not because of drinking and everything, just because we don't have the same ideals and stuff, right? But 95% of the people we find in our chat here do. And it's awesome. I hate all of you, Rasufa.
Bastards.
That's him, man.
You do not, Rasufa. Even when we fight, in Rasufa and I, we are always butting heads. We're too similar to not butt heads.
Yeah.
And even after we butt heads and we've been angry at each other over stupid bullshit. It's stupid bullshit every time. Still
That's
come around and support each other always.
It's funny you
Always.
mentioned that, kind of, because like you and Rasufa, both two of my really, really good internet imaginaries. Well, you aren't anymore. You're real life.
Yeah, I'm a real person now.
Oh, fuck, where was I going with that?
But about butting heads and being similar.
Oh yeah, what me and Rasufa had a little argument once, and my words exactly. I think were, you're too good of a person to lose whatever we're fucking fighting about. Let's fuck that right off. Like, no thanks. I'd rather you as a friend than anything. So, we moved past it, and then me and you, we had a little difference, and whatever happened. But we saw each other in person, and one of the first things we did was, "Hey, get over here." Sat down like two adults and talked about it, and smiled and laughed, maybe shed a tear or two, smoked a big fatty, and carried on. That's mature adults. That's another thing to be grateful for, is people in my life now that know how to communicate. I didn't for so long. And I probably caused so much bullshit just because I did not know how to talk. I did not know how to open up and let my shit in. And now that I do, and now that I talk with a lot of people that do, and the people that I hold closest to me know how to talk to me, and I know how to talk to them, and there's nothing hidden, or it's way different. I don't know if it's like I'm doing this because I didn't do it in the past, and now I see a need to do it now, or if it's just a natural transition I'm going through, or whatever it is. I'm grateful for the fact that I can open up. I'm shedding my ego. I'm just learning to take the universe as it is. I don't know what I was doing before, but I wasn't doing it right. I think I was forcing myself to do things.
I'll say this, and I think I even sent you a link to one of Alan Watts' videos about life. But I am a Dudist, which is someone who embraces the Taoist principles, or the Tao principles, but with an American twist, because there's thinking that Americans cannot truly be Taoists because we are Americans. We don't have the experience of growing up in the culture and being able to fully understand that, and I do get that to some degree. I really do. But what they did basically is they took the Book of Tao, and they translated it using the Great Lebowski as a guidepost. And you can actually get the book on Amazon, and it's actually pretty cool, and it goes through all the different the whole thing, but with the dude's view on things, or maybe it's got something to do with the chick that got kidnapped, with the negative things in life, and they draw the parallels. Truly, I would rather read the Book of Tao over the Dudist book. Is kind of, the Book of the Dude is kind of weird. Sometimes it doesn't translate correctly for me, but the basic principles are there, and it's just live life in the moment, embrace life now, don't get caught up in all the trappings around you, kind of thing. And if you really want to know about that, and Christians can embrace that too. It's not a change of religion, though. I truly am not Christian, if I really want to admit anything, but it's just really, it's a good way to get through life. But I'm on a journey, I feel, at this last part of my life, and I see you guys out here also on a journey, whether you know it or not, whether you acknowledge that you are on a journey of spiritual growth, or however maybe you think you are, and maybe I think I am, and maybe I'm deluding, but if I am, so what? We don't know what's going to happen. However, I see like Rasufa and Thunder Dan and G-Bay and Clay. I see everybody on their path, and some people are knocking it out of the ballpark, and some people are really struggling. And I feel that it's maybe that our destiny to come together like this, so we can each help each other in the community grow. I really do. But having said that, you are going to get some non-growing fuckers in your community, and we've had them, and
Can't please everyone, right?
you can't please everyone. And that was part of my thing of growth is we're all going for the same goals. We should all be able to get along. No, we will never all be able to get along because even as I talk about spiritual growth and spiritualism, somebody else is making me pissed off because they're putting me down about it or whatever. It's just you're never going to be on the same page with the rest of the world. But you guys.
Well, like
We're about all
reverting
on the
back to
same
our
page.
community, I just seen
Yeah.
this in the distance. I want to show and I want to bring it up. The man had never met me before. He'd only seen me online, this and that. Clay, he, like I said, his energy was very, very good, man. Very positive, very fun. Just a cool guy, man. And I'm very grateful to have him as a friend. He gave this to some of us. Most of the guys, I got one of these little Japanese little art thing, little container thing. And it's so cool, man. Like, I keep my weed in here. It's airtight enough that it works. It keeps, I like it. And I just wanted to show you out, Clay, man. You, when I met you down south, man, you really made an impression. You're a fucking rad dude. And your weed was fucking dynamite that was in here, too. Too bad. There was no hope getting that stuff before.
Yes, Clay was very generous with his weed. He made a point to make sure I got some of his finger hash from trimming, and I smoked almost all of it in my hash under glass. In fact, this is some of his in here right now. It's almost gone though, so I'm not going to relight it. But
Hash in the glass. I like it. That's a nice
hash under glass, man. We use this when we went to the Booth Crew meetup. This thing was put to work.
Oh yeah,
I would say this thing worked just as hard as any bong or dab machine there. Yeah.
That's a red setter one, is it not?
This is a red setter one.
Yeah.
Somebody, in fact, was asking me about getting this. A friend of his was looking for this. Thought it was a cool idea.
Yeah, I'd like to buy one for them.
Yeah, get in touch with Red Setter on IG. I think he still got some, and if he does not, he can surely steer you somewhere where there is some. So Red Setter Farms on IG, and get the emblem on the bottom, which is right now filthy because I slide mine all over ashes and shit. But it's getting on to be at the top of the hour, and I would like to play a clip from when we did the presentations talking about gratitude. We had a little competition, and as this competition built, like so many dudes do, it was one-upmanship. Somebody else threw a prize in, and somebody else threw a prize in, and yeah, we're going to make this prize. Somebody else threw a prize in. There's a dozen entries, and there was, 6 prizes or 6 things? Winner take all. I think there was even, I don't know, might have been more than 6. Well, you can count as we go here. We'll find out. And just a minute, I got to take a drink because I'm so dry.
Yeah, you're going to see a true expression of my gratitude to this.
A true expression of gratitude. Not just from G-Bay, but from the winner, Kingfisher. I won't explain it. I'll let you guys watch it. And I will say, pardon the darkness, I am not a cinematographer. I feel kind of a noir feel to my film. Kind of a Blair Witch noir film, but of gratitude. So, without further ado, I am going to add my film to the stage, and away we go.
We'd like to thank everybody for showing up and participating. Turning their damn cameras on.
Yeah.
And doing all that jazz. But it's been a pleasure. I know some of it was like driving cattle or whatever, but we had some winners, we had some losers, but I feel better for all the participants and whatnot. Yeah, definitely Rossin was, I would say. I don't know, man. I guess the best thing about this is we were just trying to further the plant, move it a little further, and I think we did that by finding out at least who had the best flower. But
I want to say the same thing as Dan. I really want to thank everyone for coming, and I had some support to get myself down here, so I won't make mention of who that was, but you all know who you were. Thank you very much for getting me down here. It's been a little healing process for me, so I really want to thank all the Hoof crew. We'll call you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks again for getting my ass down here. Thanks, Hot Tub, for coming on and doing the speech. So there was obviously the one winner, the second, and there was a bunch of people tied for third. So we'll get to that. We had Dan. Dan was up there in third, and he's going to receive this nice, what we were calling the cricket.
It's a frog.
It's a frog.
It's a frog.
Okay. Well, we're going to present that to you. Your flower was great. We all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A zinc.
It's a frog that ate something.
Lion Tight
Right on.
and tied for third as
Apologize
well.
for that, you guys.
Nope.
The Dab Frog.
The Dab Frog.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Wait, come here for the camera. Gotta get it right.
Yes.
All y'all in chat now.
You got time to practice if you didn't.
Got time to practice.
Clay was in that group as well, and he's gonna get what I really was gonna like. That's beautiful. That is a painting from Kingfisher. Check that out. Wow, no way.
The watercolor.
Beautiful. Bringing it in didn't help, but it was beautiful. Just
And
beautiful.
Adam as well. Where's Adam? Get up here. We got the knife that everyone talked about. So that's a wicked diamond tool there. So I'm kind of jealous of that, but
See that? Oh yeah, Adam. Yeah.
I don't think I'd make it across the door.
Yeah, that's not something GBA is going to be able to get to Canada. Should he have one? Yeah.
Yeah. And someone who was hiding their talent, I believe, none of us really knew. He brought baby arms. That's why he made such big jars over there. Hoobie. Where's Hoobie? We got an awesome
Yeah, Hoobie, man. Yeah, Hoobie. Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Who be your buddy?
The King. We all know who he is. Get up here, Phil.
Bang.
Anonymously.
Bang, bang.
The trophy for the King.
Yeah, hoist it.
King.
Long live the king.
And we all did press some rosin today as well. I want everyone to try it, and we'll just give a little quick shout out that the GG4 that's top note.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, buddy. That was awesome.
Definitely close favorite. Well done, sir.
Words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
This is really a participation trophy. Participating in this community. The light that I grow this stuff under, I won for free.
Evo Mint.
That came from Grandmaster level. I won that for free. The seeds that I won this with, Chad Westport gave those to me for free. I asked him about the cross. I was like, hey, you have this cross, the Westport Grape Juice to Kool-Aid Man. I was like, I just thought it sounded good. I said, I just asked him if he could send me those seeds. And he said, I just got done making them. And they're still in the bud. But I'll send you some as soon as I can get them out. And I popped those things. It's a luck of the draw. This was a seed run. And it's just lucky. I got lucky. But this is a participation trophy for participating in a community.
They're here.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Good job, Phil. Not no mids in this crew. Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We got one more thing. What's happening?
Good job, Phil. Way to go.
There's Mr. Left.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Good job, G-Bay.
Thanks for coming, G-Man.
Thank you very much.
America.
a lot of healing has been taking place in the last, couple months for me. So I don't got anything else I can say, man.
Good
man, bro.
Hey, I was just gonna say,
Bring your A game for 25.
We are done, and that's a wrap. And that was a wrap, and it was a beautiful thing.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Nah, I know you. It makes me tear up every time I see it
Ah,
because
yeah,
I
it's hard
did
to
feel.
watch.
I felt the love there, and I felt the love now. When you guys are around, that's why I come on here so much. People wonder why I'm
Yep.
on here so much.
Yep.
It fills out the rest of my life. You guys really fill out the rest of my life, and I appreciate that. I really do. Gratitude all day long with that.
Yeah, it's like money can't buy that kind of shit. Like, it started organically years ago. I just jumped on the Caribou show or the whatever show it was, Michigan Bros Grow, I think it was actually. It started this whole journey.
Yep.
One of the shows I jumped into and noticed that it was a weekly thing, and I started hanging out in the chats there. And next thing you know, like Supreme Grape or whatever, I think I might have met Supreme over in my Instagram lives too. It was a mixture of all the Instagram lives and whatnot, and just organically, some of these guys and gals stuck around. And when
Yeah.
you go and meet people like that, and you get those connections, like I don't cry all the time, but you
No, I
you
do,
get-
but
you get to-
I'm different.
you get to me, I'll let it out, right? So
That's right. That was the. I mean, it is so beautiful. You know, you can't help. It's got to come out. And it's
I
tears of
didn't know
joy,
what to expect
joy
when I
and
got there.
gratitude.
Like, am I gonna go to this booth camp and kind of like hide in my tent? Because like I don't really jive with some people, or like who knows, right? I don't know. But it was like
Yeah.
not like that at all. It was like the best group of people. Because we've all hung out so long and everything. No one was different when I got, like, you know what I mean? The personalities didn't change from screen to reality, and it was just like, this is awesome, man. Like, this is you can't buy a ticket to an event like that.
No,
You have
no
to be
tickets were
invited.
involved in this. You just had to pay for your room, and sometimes you didn't even do that because
Yeah.
some of y'all camped.
If
It was
you
just
get
very,
invited to a booth camp, get your fucking ass there. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Even
You'll-
if you
you'll
might
forge
not, and we
friendships.
did. Let's be clear, we did not all get along, there was a couple times of a little bit of tension between some of us, but you know what? In a group, you're going to have that anyway. Did it ruin anything for anybody? Didn't ruin anything for me, and I don't think it did for them. So let it go, whatever it was, and laugh about it later. The year the chick got stabbed in the neck, what a surreal fucking year that was.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, Jesus Christ, all of us were tripping balls. Big time. And we had an omen. We hit a fox on the way in. I mean, right at dusk. A fox come into the middle of our car, and poof, we hit it. And then, like 20 minutes later, we pull into camp, and we're all getting trippy. And I was trippy by the time I got there, too, by the way. I wasn't driving. And then as the night progressed and more people showed up, people that I didn't know before, but do now. The chick that got stabbed in the neck getting out of her, they arrived. They basically stayed in the cabin, I think, that I stayed in, and I know how she slid down the hill. I know how the car slid down the hill because that thing was like this. And my car is pretty lightweight. No, I started to move. It started sliding a little, and I was like, no. And I didn't like that at all because it has a loose shale like on the driveways and literally a fucking angle like this. So I do know how they went down in the ravine a little bit, and that's where she got out of the vehicle and basically fell and got stabbed in the neck. And they had to get that shit out, and we were all tripping. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, it's not always going to be peaches and cream, but you'll always be able to talk about this shit. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. I will never forget that Dan spent that particular evening. I don't think he was even in the same universe we were in. I think he was in an alternate reality somewhere. I just got to be honest about that. Oh, shout out to Dan. You know, as we're doing gratefulness, I am so grateful for Dan.
He's good shit.
I have I might be a bit temperamental,
No.
and sometimes I might get a little bit cranky. And sometimes between us and groups, things start to build up, and I start to show some reaction. I have tells. I'm sure I have tells because I know Dan knows what they are. Because I've heard him more than one occasion tell people, "You don't want to go there, dude. You don't want to go there." Ah, fuck, he went there. And I am so grateful for you recognizing that, Dan. I am so grateful. Yeah, right before the explosion, Dan's like, "Okay, yeah, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you, that, no, that's not, no, don't say that." Yep. Dan, you are so astute. So astute, and I'm grateful for that. And I have even been, from my side, as I'm working myself up, going, ooh, even Dan's seeing what's going to come down now.
Oh yeah, I see in
I
chat here.
apologize to anybody who I may have intentionally or unintentionally insulted lately. Some of y'all. you
Seeing in
deserve
chat here, they're chatting about camp coming up next year. There's a reason we need to have a north and a south. It's because all southern, there's that line there, and some people are not allowed to cross the line.
Yeah, I can't talk out of school, but some people aren't scared of me because they've heard me snore.
Yeah. Yeah, that was me for a while. Now I'm all passported up and ready to rock. So it's good. So yeah, that being said too, I'm grateful for having the opportunity to get down south to see you guys. So anytime there's anything going on down south, man, don't forget to invite me. I'll still go. Try anyway.
Yeah, my next,
Go
now
Irish.
that it's cold out, I can truthfully say that my next outdoor event that I will be going to will probably be Gems and Genetics. As of right now, I have no plans to go to the DGC, and I'll tell you why. It's a big outlay of money, a big ass outlay of money, just to get there and the hotels, and even with staying with people and stuff, and renting a car and everything. It's a big outlay of money. And one of the people I met at the first DGC is having her 50th birthday in Vegas in September of this coming year. So my big cash drop is going to be for Vegas of that month of her birthday. And even though I will have a crop almost ready to come in, I'm still going. I'm just going to make sure I have everything straightened up and a caregiver to watch them. And yeah, so the first actual group event that I am going to do that has camping and stuff will be the Gems and Genetics, which they have it planned for the second weekend in June.
Oh, there you go. First one's on the fucking calendar, Lucas. Second week.
That is well, actually, no, that is not the first one. The first one on the calendar is always the first weekend in April, and that would be the Hash Bash.
Might be a little
The
too
hash-
frosty for a motorcycle.
We don't go Hash Bash. Although the actual Hash Bash, the march, is outside, and yeah, this last year it wasn't bad at all. I mean, you have to dress for April in Michigan, but 2 years ago it was rainy and miserable. You dress like a soldier out in the rain, man. You do, but it is an activism event, so that is important to me. Don't care about that. And then afterwards they have the Hash Bash Cup, which is held at a local hotel there. And this past year it got so smoky in there, the fire alarms went off, and they're not supposedly they've got the fire department paid off, so that's just not supposed to happen. But they came out and they were pissed because of how much smoke was in there, because they let everybody smoke. You're not supposed to have smoke, so they would not shut off the fire alarms for like half an hour, 40 minutes. People were staying there, and they were just let them run, arguing about it. Fortunately, I was staying off campus, so off campus I went.
I've been doing a
Yeah.
couple all right events. My friend Victoria's brought me out to a couple events. Well, not a couple. introduced me to a couple of events down in Toronto. I went to one on my own. Didn't have too much
Toronto is a
fun.
good place to go to events. That's
Yeah,
an
well, I
excellent
went on
place
my
to go to
own once,
events.
and I drank too much coffee and had way too big of a dab, and I was fucked up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I fucking had to.
I was high.
I had to
Anyway.
go home. I was 2 hours away, but I had to go home. I was like, get me the fuck
Oh
out of
no! Did you get some paranoia?
here. Just, yeah, it wasn't chilling, man. I was like, okay, let's get out of here. Well, no one to talk to. I was, fresh on my own path, so I was like, new to just being out and fucking in the world. And
Being out in the world,
yeah, right. So I was like,
I
well,
was new.
yeah. But then I went with Pop Mom and Victoria, and I ended up meeting one of the trailer park boys.
Oh,
Jacob,
that's cool.
the Twiggy fucking alien kid. So that was neat. I talked with him and got some stuff signed and bought some pictures off him. I got to see some of the culture in the city, because Canada's kind of a weird spot. We don't have like cities all over the place, right? We kind of live linear across the border here, like all within 200 miles of the border, and there's not much to drive to in a day, like multiple citywide. So I get Toronto. That's my city. That's it. That's all I got. So to see some of the culture unfold right in front of me, pretty cool. A lot of people down there kind of like hold that black market thing down. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Well, it's like it was real cool to see that people just like
we
fuck
call
it.
that free market.
Yeah, I'm like, I know how to fuck it. So we can fuck it. But I'm like, I can make some connections here and move forward with the G-Bay thing. Maybe. Who knows, right? So that might be. But we just really need to see it all happen, right?
It is. It is very.
Yeah,
neat
Jay,
to see
meeting
it
you,
all
buddy.
happen.
Fucking having my backyard full of boofers was fucking amazing. Like, I was busy doing some shit. I was fucking with my camera up on my shed. So you guys seen the vantage point where I was taking video from.
I see. I sunny eye. I sunny.
Ice and I.
Ice and I.
There you go. And yeah, I'm sitting on my shed.
I
And
like to try to say it right, but
Iceni is a lot, where people go with it a lot.
yeah, but it's not what it is.
No. But I had a good vantage point in my yard for a bit while I was fucking with this camera. And at that point, I had a good half dozen of the people show up. So it was like cool watching them walk around the corner of my house. And like I had a bird's eye view of everyone like, oh, hey. And I didn't know who these people were. I don't know what they look like, right? So I'm like in my head playing.
Yeah, they see us.
that dude.
That's one thing I will say. People know me that I don't know just because I do go and show my face. I'm willing to show my face so they know me that way.
Yeah,
I've
right.
heard you
It's like,
talk.
I just didn't think Jay Patrick was who he was. It was funny. I had like this weird different picture in my head. I don't know why. And then he showed up and he was a completely different character. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And then like
our friend Kitty that we've been talking about on and off, she thought Rosin Man had real dark hair and was a big dude.
yeah,
I
right.
can't-
Yeah, he's a
It's
tiny
just
little
just exact opposite. Not a big Italian, more of a little Irishman. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but we get ideas in our head. I don't know where we get them from when we can't see them. That's a question for the ages.
Yeah. Well, it's like you hang out with these people only in text form for a long time.
For the longest time, yes, that's all. The chat was the only real community, other than the people that were on the shows, because I wasn't going on the shows at that time. And then it took a long time before I would even go on the Friday Night Shit Show, and it was at that point, I don't know, but I'm high, I might as well give her a shot. I was probably on acid the very first time. I don't know why I would think that. I just feel like video and acid go together. That's probably not true, but in my mind it is. So.
It works.
Ice and I've seen a couple pronunciations out there. I liked what Dan did with the I and then the word sin and then another I. So, but yours was good too, Rasufa. Yeah, tripping balls is really, it's a good exercise and exploration of myself and the people, how they react to me.
Well, and if you want to like weed out the weirdos when you first meet a group of people. Everyone drop something. You're gonna figure out who's who real quick, right?
Yeah, I've had a lot
of
of people ask me why I do this why I almost every week drop acid or eat mushrooms or whatever it is. Go on an altering trip. It's because I am on a trip of exploration and it's also fun. But it's very relaxing for me, and sometimes it's upsetting, but sometimes I'm thinking about things that I haven't been thinking about that I needed to think about, and that comes out when I do this. So call it the cheapest therapy on earth. Again, I feel safe doing it around you guys, clearly, because I'm doing it around you guys. But there's a lot of people. In fact, there's a few people that think that it's other than what it is. And one of these weeks coming up, I can't say when, but we're going to have us a little party, and anybody that wants to drop in and drop out, or whatever you want to call it,
we're getting
I
a
will
bit
let you all. I'll let you know in advance. But yeah, that's in the works. Oh, also, this coming week, next week, in fact, I'm going to see Elle King. I just happened to StubHub put something on my Facebook page, and it came across, and she's literally going to be 30 miles away playing a gig. And I really like the sound of her voice. I don't really know her music that much. I've been listening to it more now since I bought a ticket for her show. She likes to sing about drinking, but she also sings about the cannabis, so very unique voice. And as I ramble on about this, my whole thing is on Friday, and I will definitely not be here at my normal time. However, for that special night only, I will come back, and I'm going to have an after-concert Growing Thompson. Anybody who wants to come out and hang out and come on just like a shit show, feel free. So, and I won't be getting home until, I have to believe it won't be before 11 o'clock at night, just because of the way things work in the real world. So it'd be well past the time of my show.
And anyone in chat here who wants to just hang out and smoke weed tonight, I'm going to be putting on a Friday night trim show, not a shit show, it's a trim show, but
that would be through let's be clear, through YouTube Caribou, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just so you all know where to find him. Is he going to be on? Yeah, because we do spend a lot of time on Discord, I've got to say. And so, but it's not Discord. It is the actual YouTube of Caribou Heart. So just you all know how to find Caribou
We'll be doing
Heart.
some bean giveaways as usual.
Oh,
I got Crazy Pop Mom and Art Man joining me, I believe, and I could put the link up too, right? So everyone is welcome. I'd like to see some new faces, because that's kind of why we abandoned it. We weren't getting much involvement.
And I want to give a shout out to Naven Johnson out there in the chat. Naven is the husband to Marie, who I was talking about, is having her birthday party in Vegas, and and let me crash at his place when I was out there. Very gracious hosts, both of them. We got to go see Pikes Peak. That was fun. Well, everybody, because I was there through Monday and Tuesday, so and I do have a little interview with him I had done that is going to be also featured coming up. And yeah, life was really good. But I wanted to shout you out, Naven, because I saw you there, and I appreciate everything you've done for me and still do for me right now. Great with art too. He did my Chow Chow, that sticker you got. You got a sticker handy?
I don't. They're in my toolbox because they're going on my new hard hat.
Yeah, and I don't have one either. Strangely enough, I don't have one of my own stickers handy.
Yeah, no, they're
neither here nor there. It's the blonde Chow. He didn't actually do. I did most of the outside stuff. Yeah, there you go. I did most of the outside art, but the actual Chow was a line drawing that he did and sent me the line sketch, and then I did some Photoshop, adding in the color from my actual Chow that I had. Dilbo Baggins's. It's the exact same coloring, and so I thank you for that very much. And it's he sent me an actual painting that my dipshit Loganja. I had it sitting on that couch. I took it out of the package. It was so beautiful, and that asshole, I don't know why he grabbed it. I don't know, it's the smell of the paint. He tore it into 7 easy pieces. I was like, no. Walked out of the room and I walked back. What a little asshole. Love my chows though.
Oh yeah.
Grateful
My
to
dog-
have them. I am grateful to have those dogs. I'll say that.
Grateful for my puppies too. I got one scamper over here in bed. It's actually not my dog personally, but it is kind of by default. But and then there's my dog, the white husky there, Rue. My daughter's dog, really. Let's get real. But she digs. She's getting like, she hasn't given up on being a puppy. Kind of like, had to say huskies are like that. Well, yeah, living proof. Digging under the fence, digging under the deck, eating rabbits, like just. Yeah,
Swearing at them daily, but you love them.
the neighbors are like, "Hey, Rue's running down the road." I'm like, "Awesome! How'd that happen? I thought I had all the gates closed." Oh, she made her own gate. Fair enough.
Oh, I've got one that does the same thing. He escapes
Oh, yeah.
every day and goes over to the neighbors and
Taunts their
terrorizes their dog. If he can get in that front yard, he can get out. And I when it first had it happening, I was all worried. Oh, you could get run over on the road. He doesn't care about that fucking road. He doesn't go by the road. He's got to tour this farmland that he's got to hit, and there's some people he's got to pay back that aren't actual people. So yeah. But now I just let him go and say, yeah, come back. I'm going to give you this dog the other treats that you would have got, but you ran off. So, and he's catching on to that now, too, because he comes back in and the dog smells like good treats. He's like, hey, shit.
Yeah, your breath smells like bacon. Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, that's kind of, hey, how come your breath smells like bacon and mine smells like some bullshit I had my nose in over here?
Oh, that's
But so yeah, he's coming right back. He tends to run off right before it's breakfast time, so he doesn't stay gone long. I just stopped fretting. This is like, fuck you, I don't care anymore. And he's like, oh shit, she ain't chasing, I'll just come back. So, well, it is going on well over, we're going in the hour and a half time, and that's
Shit.
about what I ever want to do for a show on here. I want to thank you all for coming, actually, and hanging out with me here. And I hope you show up to the shit show tonight for G-Bay, and you guys can hang out there, too, and actually come on. I was going to invite you on, but as it happened, I just love the flow that G-Bay and I had going. So next time it may be an open mic, and you guys can... In fact, it will be, because it'll be after the El King concert. And I hope you guys do come out and do my own little shit show next week. I don't want to call it a shit show because I don't feel like that's what this is, because I do have things to say. Misguided and directed as they are, they do end up coming out.
No,
And I am grateful for you, G-Bay, also, because you have supported me all along in the show, and I appreciate you so much for that.
No, I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you, Blue, because you've brought me through some serious shit lately. I've needed the guidance of some feminine shit in my life to make sure I'm doing things, properly, and male, female balance and stuff like that. And I really needed some guidance on that. And you really helped kick into gear some shit that I wasn't thinking about. So kudos to you.
Well, I do tend to call people out on their non-feminist bullshit, but you know what? That's my thing.
I
so.
needed it. That's
But
not-
I love you, Mark, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. You know that.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucas. I love
So,
you too.
thank you, and thank you all for coming. And I hope I'll see you next week. I'll be posting the times, and of course, we all know the date. It'll be on the Friday, and yeah, we'll see y'all later. So, have a nice night.